guys. So in today's video I'm going to be telling you all the books that I read in 2024, and I'm going to be giving you my rating and what I thought of them and if I'd recommend the book to you or not. So I'm going to be going through all of these. I read 16 books this year and I'm going to tell you what I thought. Oh my goodness, I am obsessed with these right now. These are The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She's the same author as the Inheritance Game series, so if you loved that book and you loved all of her twists and turns, you are gonna love this series, especially if you're into true crime or watching Criminal Minds like I am. This is definitely the series for you. I was obsessed, to say the least. I could not put these books down. The only thing is there is a love triangle in here. Sometimes I know that's not everyone's vibe. I rated both of these 5 stars and I would recommend this to anyone who loves a good mystery. Okay, we're gonna stay on the same vibe of the genre of mystery and thrillers. Psychological thrillers. We're gonna go on to Rita McFadden. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I picked up this one while I was sick. This is The Boyfriend. This is a new release. I also believe I rated this one 5 stars and it is so good. I could not put this one down. I believe I read this one in one day, but basically she's maybe dating a murderer. You're gonna have to find out. This guy might be killing a lot of people, but the end literally had me at a loss for words. I was so shocked. It was kind of iconic, like I love that. It was just crazy. Like when Snape turned good, that was like the vibe of the last couple pages. I was like, whoa, whoa. And then I read The Perfect Son after by the same author. This one was good, but it could have been better. I rated it 4 stars. I found it a little bit slow, a little hard to get into in the beginning. The son's really messed up. Or is he? Or is he perfect? Or is the whole family messed up? I would say the family should have gone to therapy, but they didn't. And not the happiest book, but it was definitely entertaining. Next I'm gonna talk about the books that changed my life. It's a little dramatic, just a little. This is my all-time favorite book in the entire world right here. And it is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. If I could recommend one book to any girl in her 20s or late teens, it would be this one. I'm definitely wanting to do a reread of this one this year. I want to annotate it and give it to people I love. That is just this book for me. It's just gonna do it for me every time. It's a biography about Dolly Alderton's life and everything she's been through. A lot of it is about love and like relationships. All kind of ties into her love of friendships with women and how being in her 20s. There's a quote in this book that I absolutely adore. It's, "What I learned about love, I learned in my long-term friendships with women," and I adore that. This I found at the bookstore and I snatched it up. Dear Dolly, and it's her collected wisdom. So she used to have an online questionnaire site or something along those lines, and people would write in and ask her questions. Basically this book is people asking questions and her answering them based off of all of the topics of someone in their 20s. Ooh, I found a highlighted thing. "Keep putting love out into the world and it will come back to you in one way or another." This is how I annotate, by the way. Basically all of her wisdoms about social media, loneliness, longing, sex, love, and everything in between. So I love this one. Obviously both of them were 5 stars. Please read these. I honestly would say we're in the genre right now of self-love, so we're gonna stay on that topic. I also read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a... I definitely believe in the message of not giving about everything, choosing what to put your energy into and what not to put your energy into, who to give your energy to and who not to, is something I've definitely learned a lot in 2024. And I think reading books like these really helped me. So I believe I rated this one 4 stars, but a book I did eat up is Why Men Love Bitches. Absolutely loved this book. However, I did do a review on it. Oh, here it is. Love a good, empowering women read. I would have rated this one 5 stars if it weren't for some topics being a bit dated, as this came out nearly 20-ish years ago. I saw someone say in a review that Bella Swan needs to read this, and it had me screaming. I think this is such a great book, and any and every girl should read. I felt I've learned so much that I deep down already knew. When you would look at this book, you would think it's kind of hypocritical, kind of maybe not the most empowering thing for a woman to read. It's the opposite, like it's so empowering. I feel like I would want to reread this again in 2025. It was really good. One that's a little not that much of a vibe for me this year would be Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I had high hopes. I had really high hopes. Werewolf, vampire, forced marriage? Sign me up. Yet this just didn't hit the marks for me. Honestly, felt like it was very slow. 85% of it was politics and world building. I just kind of wanted 2013 fanfic vibes. And I think that's a Robin problem. So, 4 stars. Now we're gonna talk about my baby. This is Spectacular, a Caraval holiday novella. This is by Stephanie Garber. Let's take a second to appreciate this fan art. Are you kidding me? The whole book is just filled with art, and it's colored too with red all in it. I think I rated this one 4.5 stars only because I wish it had more of Scarlett and Julian. I wish there was more of them. It was mostly just based off of Legend and Tella. They're my favorite, so I'm not that angry at it, but I do wish that it involved more of the other characters too, especially Evangeline and Jax, because that is my favorite books by Stephanie Garber, is the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. The last book that I read in 2024 was Scarred, which is by Emily McIntyre? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a Never After novel. They're dark fairy tale rewritings. They're very much dark romances. Look up trigger warnings. When I was reading this, Taylor Swift lyrics were playing in my head. What a shame she's in the head. That's what was playing while I was reading this book, because I was like, what the hell is going on here? Basically, this is a retelling of The Lion King. So it's about Scar is the main character. Not that shocking. Then there's also Mufasa, who is Michael, his brother. The love interest, who is the girl, Sarah, who is set to marry the king. But she has a little secret. She wants to kill them all because they killed her father. And there's just a lot of plot twists and a lot goes on. Tristan, who is Scar, wants to kill his brother. Just so much in this small book, like so much plot. It's just so good. I very much recommend this series. And this coming out during Mufasa coming out in theaters. The song is trending right now, but I love that song. This energy, but the opposite, because he wants to kill his brother. I read the Chestnut Springs series this year, and I love this series. I even got a signed copy somewhere over here by the author this year, which was so amazing. First book is Flawless. These are all by Elsie Silver. I rated them all 5 stars, except this one I think I rated 4 stars. The first one is Enemies to Lovers, Forced Proximity, and a one-bed trope. Okay, famous bull rider, and his agent's daughter is sent to keep him in the good books because he said something mean about milk. You heard that right. He said something mean about milk on the internet. He got in trouble. So she's making sure that he doesn't do anything wrong in the public eye. She's basically his babysitter. But I loved this. The sarcasm, the witty banter in this. Next one is, I think, definitely in my top 3 favorite reads this year. This is Heartless. This is giving grumpy sunshine, I would say. Definitely grumpy on the Cade Eaton part. He is 13 years older than the main character, who is Willa Grant, and she is best friends with the main character in this book. It's like a full family of brothers, so each one is about a different brother who lives on a farm. He has a son and he's a single dad. She's the babysitter. She's the live-in nanny. What do you think's gonna happen? I know. You should find out because it's so good. I feel like I would be happy if I just reread all of the books I read this year because they were all that good. This one is Powerless. It is friends to lover, famous hockey player. She doesn't care. It was really good. It was kind of slow. It's just like, guys, like, you know, you like each other. Like, why did it have to be that long? It kind of felt like at one point. It was good. It was good. And then I also read Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, and I really enjoyed this one. This is the Devil's Night series. It's a dark romance. It gives cultish energy. It's like a group of boys who live in a small town. They go to jail and then they get out of jail, and then one day, like, this girl named Erica, she's like looking outside her window and like there's these like masked guys outside, and she's like, what is going on? And then she looks and they're gone. That's your vibe. You should read this book. Definitely look up the trigger warnings for this one too, because like crazy things happen in this book, especially like, I can't say, but this book is crazy. Those are all the books I read this year, and I really enjoyed them, and I'm really excited about all the books that I'm gonna read next year. And yeah.